Yo, hey, what's good, family? Do me a quick favor. Drop that mountain you moved or that barrier you broke while we start the show. I'm going to come back and see how you have lit up this chat. Please drop those mountains and those barriers that you have moved and broken. Let's get this show started.
Since the beginning, they counting this out. Just check the history, know that the system can't stop us. The paper they count came from the blood, sweat, and tears of our people. The pivot, scream greatness and shout. Hate our existence, but really, yet truly, we hold all the power, no route. Brace yourselves when we amount, cause we limitless. DNA royal, not menaces, know that we limitless. Brothers and sisters in arms, let the power be limitless. DNA royal, not menaces, know
This show represents the opinions of the host and his guests. The content here should not be taken solely as medical advice. This show is for informational purposes only. Please consult your healthcare provider or professional for additional information and follow-up.
My skin and the joy make them 1% matter. That's fact that the matter. Open your eyes when you look at the mirror and see what I see.
Hey, what is going on, y'all? What is going on? I had to remember that we was live. Hey, it is what it is. Welcome to another show. We are on episode number 2 of season 2 of Move Mountains and Break Barriers. Yo, I love this intro. We are limitless. Hey, we are limitless. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Look, let me get started by saying this. We want you to follow us. We want you to always be in touch with us. Keep up with updates that Limitless Possibilities as well as Move Mountains and Break Barriers are doing. You can follow us on Instagram at Limitless Outcomes. Limitless Outcomes. You can follow us on Facebook, Limitless Possibilities. You can also follow us on our YouTube channel. Subscribe. And you can also follow us on Twitter. Please keep in touch. Our website, you can do all of those great things and just stay in touch with us as we continue to move mountains and break those barriers. Oh, and you can text TALK to 844-549-1369. You will be able to receive some promotional activities, some promotional sales, some pick-me-ups, all of those great things. So this is how you can follow us. But look, y'all, I need you all to like and share this broadcast. I know my friends that are on my personal page is trying to do it. I just shared it, y'all. So please like and share this broadcast. But that's enough of that. I am your homeboy. I'm your motivator. I'm your encourager. I'm your partner in crime. I am all of that. But I'm also the owner of Limitless Possibilities, none other than Thomas Davis. I am also the founder of Move Mountains and Break Barriers, located all the way here in Washington, D.C. This show is simply designed to empower us, including myself. As I shared on last week, sometimes I need that motivation to keep moving forward. Thank you so much for tuning in on season 1. On season 2, episode 1 of Move Mountains and Break Barriers, where we discuss the importance of walking in our truths. And for those who are watching the replay, we thank you so much for being on tonight. And thank you so much for leaving your comments as well. But look, again, you can follow us and watch all live shows on the Limitless Possibilities Facebook page and on our YouTube website, and as well as the Limitless Possibilities website. All right, I got all that out the way, y'all. So now let's get into the discussion. We have about 55 minutes, and I promise to my fellas and to my ladies, you guys will be able to watch the game tonight as it starts at 8 p.m. Yes, let's go. All right, y'all. Summertime. Hey. We're going to talk about summer bodies. We're going to post a photo of summer. And I want you guys to look at this for a quick second as we talk about summer. All right, we're going to talk about this very, very, very quickly. There is something about summer that brings many, many thoughts, many emotions, and in some cases, reactions. Some says it's too hot. I know I do. It's hot up here in the DMV today. If that's you, place a number 1 in the chat. On the other hand, some may say it's time for me to relax and enjoy some much needed me time. If that is you, place the number 6 in the chat. But there are some that are eagerly waiting for summer to end and change that season to a much cooler, less physical, visual atmosphere. If that's you, place a 3 in the chat. How many of us have summer bodies? I'm going to wait for this. How many of us have summer bodies? Summer bodies can mean whatever summer bodies mean to you. Gotcha. Y'all won't be honest. But see, I'm hip already. Summer bodies, y'all, can mean whatever that it means to you. The chat should be blowing up. I know I have a summer body, whether you think that I have it or not. Guess what? I'm focused and I got this summer body intact and I'm perfecting it. And so I led by example. So now I should ease up some of y'all from not wanting to comment. But look, tonight we are going to be discussing what summer body yada yadas. And yes, for those that watch the Instagram, I kept it clean and I kept it appropriate because I already know people are watching, the streets are watching. But no, all jokes aside, we're going to be discussing summer bodies and the importance, y'all, of being physically, spiritually, and emotionally present within ourselves. Remember last week, we talked about what? Walking in our truths. This show, we're going to be talking about the importance of being physically present, spiritually present, and emotionally present on tonight. So remember, it is not too late for y'all. It is not too late to get these bodies together. All right. So I am honored to have on the show tonight 2 lovely, beautiful young ladies, and I got my homeboy in the back as well. We are going to have a segmented show tonight. We're not going to do a panel. We are doing a segment show tonight because I want to make sure that we give you all everything that we can give y'all, the tools, everything that it takes for you guys to walk away from this show saying, I got my body yada yada together. All right? Y'all ready? Okay. Miss Jasmine, I'm on it. It's 7:08. All right, the first guest. As y'all see, I have a lot of energy tonight, so y'all better get ready for some great dialogue. Tonight, I am honored, and if anyone knows me, knows I love my ladies. I am a respectful young man. I always know that ladies come first, but please forgive me, ladies, on tonight. I'm going to start with the brother because I want to go in order. Physical, spiritual, and emotional. All right, I see some comments in the chat. I see you, Miss Penny Davis. She said the number 6. Shout out to Miss Yvette. Yo, Miss Yvette is watching the show, but she's working on some stuff behind the scenes for Limitless Possibilities. Thank you so much for taking a break, and thank you for all that you are doing for us for Limitless Possibilities. But without further ado, I want to bring to the stage, to the screens, to the platform, Mr. Jermaine J. Fit Jenkins.
Limitless, brothers and sisters in Arsenal, the power be.
Hey. I'm loving your energy tonight. Loving that energy. It's fantastic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm loving that shirt, J. Fit.
No doubt. No doubt. Appreciate you for having me on.
You know, it's also an honor to have you on as well for several different reasons. For those who follow me, and when you see me, follow me, and I put hashtag JFit, no other, there he goes, the man himself.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
So how you feeling on this evening, brother?
Hey, feeling pretty good. Been a little tired. As most of you know, I'm a IFBB pro, professional bodybuilder fitness competitor. So I have one last show this year, which is July 22nd in Pittsburgh. So I'm down 30 pounds, been on a tough diet. So just looking forward to getting this last show over with so I can enjoy me a few wings and pizza myself.
Hey,
But
hey,
other than that, I'm feeling great.
hey, J Fit. You notice I'm slimming down, right? I'm in the gym.
Man.
See these arms? Look. I gotta represent you right.
Hey, you're doing a great job since we started. If you all don't know who's tuned in, Thomas and I have been working together for some months, and his brother has done an excellent job. I see it in his face and his body, and nothing but kudos to you for following the plan in the process. And me and my partner, we're definitely proud of your fitness journey.
I didn't know what you was about to say. I thought you was gonna say back when I first started with you, I was though. But you know what though? Part of being honest with yourself is recognizing where you start and where you are going. So I am. Hey, it is what it is. But look at me now. Hey,
Exactly.
all right. So J Fit, if you could just introduce yourself, tell us something about you, give us what you are doing professionally. The floor is all yours, sir.
Hey, good evening, everyone. My name is Jermaine Jenkins. Spent nearly 23 years in the United States Marine Corps, many combat deployments. Been retired for 5.5 years now. Now I work for the Department of State as a project manager in identity management. So besides being a full-time government contract, I also run my business, as Thomas mentioned, called JFit. In my fitness business, I train numerous clients online. I have clients in Afghanistan, throughout the United States that I train online, also in person. I have my own website where I'll sell my own massage guns, sweat gels, waist wraps, which I have on now, and several other products. So stay pretty busy. That's the way I actually like it. And got a beautiful wife here at home, 13-year-old, that we're getting ready to go to Cancun, Mexico on July 30th for 6 days. I can't wait.
All right.
For vacation. And so that's a little bit about me. Like I said, retired veteran. And other than that, just love to exercise and help people live a healthier lifestyle. So I'm definitely into that. So I want people to live long.
Right.
I want people to have healthy lifestyles, and I'm here to support.
For those who know Mr. Jenkins, I'm trying to be professional tonight, brother. But he said something that was very important. He shout out his wife and family. But he missed one important thing, though. And you know what I'm about to say.
And I'm the chapter president for Omicron Alpha Lambda of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, as you can see behind me. So I'm the chapter president down here in Fredericksburg. And everybody who know me know I love my Alpha, my Masonic brothers, and nothing but love to the frat. Thursday morning, I'm flying to General Convention in Indianapolis.
Me too, brother. Me too. All right. Okay. All right. So, but look, as we talk about the physical, and Mr. Jenkins just shared a lot of things that he's doing, and it ties into what we're talking about. So, although we're sitting here laughing and joking, we are also saying that it is important for us to be physical and keep moving around so we can burn off some of that weight. And I'm not just talking about fat, but we're going to talk about that a little bit later. All right, sir. Again, thank you so much for being on tonight. I really wanted to have this platform to just educate myself and along with everyone else. Thank you, Ben. You can get this hat off, by the way, off the website, sir. Thank you so much for chiming in on that. But you can visit our website to get all hats. But anyway, back to you, Brother Ben. I mean, Brother Jenkins.
Right.
We are about to just talk about why is it important to be present with our physical and the benefits from being physical. Our physical appearance, our health, and all of that stuff. Are you ready, sir?
Let's do it.
Let's start this segment off. So, as we discuss summer bodies, what does that mean to you and why?
Summer bodies first coming to mind is that fit body that's in shape. You notice when it starts to get towards the summer, you see everybody on Facebook, Instagram, on social media saying, "I need to get in shape. I'm going on vacation. I'm getting ready to go here." But as you mentioned, instead of the summer, we need to do that year round. I think one thing that COVID has taught us, especially in the African American community, the better shape that we in, the better chances we have of survival.
Right.
One thing that hurt the African American community and so many other communities, that when COVID hit, a lot of our people who was obese, suffering heart disease, it hit them hard, and unfortunately, a lot of people passed. Me being a personal trainer, I started receiving numerous phone calls. Hey, I need a workout plan, I need a nutrition plan, and so forth, because people finally got it that I don't need to have a summer body just during the summer. I need to have a summer body year round. So that question you just asked was just spot on. Thinking of summer body, because I see a lot of my friends, I need to get in shape. Now, no, you need to have a summer body 365 days a year, if possible, or somewhat close to it. And that's what we need to do with the summer body.
Right. Yo, that is dope. He said we don't need the summer body from June the 20th to September. We need that summer body 365 days of a year. That's what I'm talking about. So to our guests that are listening, it is important for us to not just focus on getting right for a few months, but let's look at that long-term goal and stay fit all year round. Thank you, brother. That's good. All right. So why is it important, brother, to be healthy? Why should we be healthy?
One reason we should be healthy, because we should want to live longer. We should want to be here for our kids, our wife, our husbands, girlfriend, boyfriends, our grandchildren. So it's several different reasons to be healthy. Even once you look at income, the longer you live, the longer you work, the more income you can generate for your family. And and you don't want to go through those nagging pains of just being obese and several different things with diabetes. Look at diabetes. People have to, lose a leg, lose an eye. Staying healthy longer can help you avoid many of the things associated with heart disease. So I try to encourage people that you don't have to, go have the crazy workout, but at least 30 minutes a day, do something. Walk for 30 minutes, pick up a water jug and curl it for 30 minutes, but do something. So it's really important to be healthy, and we have to, in my opinion, stop encouraging so many of our community to say it's okay to be this big, it's okay to be this big. I'm gonna be blunt with you all in my community. It's not, and we need to stop preaching that it's okay to have the gigantic thighs and the gigantic butts. It's not healthy. I think we need to stop doing that, especially in our community. And I know a lot of people probably don't like that, but it's the truth. It's not healthy. And we need to try to do better in that area. So thanks again for that question.
I am laughing at the thighs and the butt conversation. But it's true, though, because that weighs us down. That puts a lot of pressure and strain on our heart. So that is great. That is good information. But look, what is the benefits of being in shape? What is the benefits? And understand, we're not saying to our listening audience that you got to have the 6-pack, the 12-pack. I got a 0.5 pack right now, so I'm working on mine. But the point of being in shape is very key. But what are some benefits of being in shape / being healthy?
And I definitely want to echo those comments you mentioned again. So definitely for everybody out there listening, we are definitely not saying that you got to be that picture perfect model person that's in front of the JCPenney catalog. We're not saying that at all. There are a lot of people, whether big, medium, or small, who are still in great shape and great health and so forth. So great comment, Brother Davis, and definitely I want to echo that again to everybody who's out there listening, to make sure we're all on the same page about that one. But the benefits of being healthy. One, let's say you want to go to the National Mall. If you want to look at all the sites out there, as we all know, that's probably a good 2-3 miles of walking. Can you walk to those different sites and look? Also, at your job, people tend to respect that healthier look and so forth. And unfortunately, whether people know it or not, that does affect some job promotions. You may not be told that you didn't get that job because you're obese, but there's a good possibility that you didn't get that job because of your physical condition. I'm not talking nothing such as handicap. It's more of what me and Mr. Davis is talking about, more just not being healthy, where you can't do the job because you're unhealthy. So I think the better in shape you are, the healthier you are, it does give you an advantage. Whether on the job, it gives you an advantage off the job. Also, again, playing with your kids, being able to play with your grandkids, being able to take a nice vacation with your loved ones. It's just the little things,
Right.
and also sleep. You know, a lot of people who are not healthy, you know, they sleep and have to get put on the CPAP because of the breathing, which is not being in shape. So a lot of things are being in shape. You don't have to use the sleeping devices and other things, and it just give you it's overall. People tend to respect a healthier look, and some people don't like to hear it, but it's the truth. It is the truth. So there's just several benefits to being healthy. The main one is living longer.
Right. Yo, and look, let me ask you this question. What can we share with our listening audience, some things that they can do now? Because, you know, everyone is not comfortable in going in the gym because of COVID, which I totally get. Everyone is not ready to go back out into the world. So can you share some things that our listening audience can do at home?
Yes. Throughout COVID, I've had to make several home workouts. One thing I try to do, first of all, encourage if you're a couple, work out together. You know, if the husband do it, the wife do it, the girlfriend do it, the boyfriend do it, or have your kids, but do it as a team. Doing things as a team seems to work better. For one thing, you can do, say you're in the kitchen, pull out one chair, say, or two chairs. Say you sit down, the husband stand up. Once he sit down, the next person stand up. You know, after about 10 reps, those thighs are gonna start burning. So now you're getting a nice little leg workout in. Most of the homes we know here up north have stairs. Walk up to your stairs, walk back down. That's one. Do that 5 times. Again, your legs are going to start to burn pretty good, and that's a great cardiovascular workout. If you have a water jug in your house, or you can use it, or you can use a can of soup. Get a heavy can of soup and just use it for curls. You know, the back of a chair. Just use it. Yep, exactly. Use it for arm curls. So you don't have to have a lot of weight. You actually don't have to have physical weight, as some people try to tell you that you need to have. You don't need that. There are several things around your house. Again, as I mentioned, your stairs, your water jug, a can of soup that you can use to do exercise with. Push-ups, sit-ups. Those are typical exercises you can do at home. At the end of the day, as I mentioned earlier, you want to take at least 30 minutes a day and just do something. Even if you can go outside and walk around your neighborhood, just walk 1 mile. I'm not asking for 2 miles or 3 miles, but if you can walk 1 mile, that'll make your heart so much stronger. And when you have a healthy heart, from walking up and down those stairs, from walking around the neighborhood, and your heart is healthy, man, you're on your way to bigger and better things. And your heart and your body would definitely appreciate it.
Wow, thank you so much, JFit. Thank you so much for sharing with us on tonight. But, you know, when I was preparing for this segment, I really wanted to touch the physical aspect, but also wanted to touch some of our mental / self-esteem issues that come into play. And one of the things that I know, because if I'm transparent, and one thing about this platform, a lot of this is true life stories of yours truly. Once upon a time, I didn't like my image. And, you know, and I had to figure out, can I just sit here and complain about it? Or do I go out here and I do what I should do? Do I work out? Do I stop going to Pizza Hut, getting a meat lovers pizza and those garlic parmesan wings? Or do I eat a salad with some grilled chicken on it? Do I not shake a lot of the salt, but don't use any seasoning at all? I had to come to myself to say, hey, I don't have kids yet. I want kids. I want to be able to have a life with my kids. So I had to make sure that I did a tune-up for myself. But I also wanted to educate, you know, our listening audience on this. Body dysmorphic disorder is a mental health disorder in which you can't stop thinking about one or more perceived deficits or flaws in your appearance. A flaw can appear minor to others, but it can also mean a whole lot to yourself. And so one of the things that I do want to share with our listening audience is stop. Number one, if you're listening, I will focus tonight for a reason. Stop beating yourself up.
Yes.
Everyone has imperfections.
Yes.
That's why we have raps to cover up some of their imperfections. Yes. That's why we have for our ladies in the back, don't kill me. That's why we have makeup to cover up some of those things, to hide some of those imperfections.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to really let everyone know that are watching tonight, we got to be comfortable with where we are right now.
Yeah.
And we got to make sure that we are moving forward to perfect some of those imperfections. So if you don't take anything away from what I just stated, focus on moving forward.
Yes.
All right, J-Fic, take us out with your final statement, sir.
Mr. Davis just nailed it. So again, as I mentioned, just give me 30 minutes a day. Please do something. Again, I'm going to echo Mr. Davis' comments. Everybody has imperfections. Nobody perfect. The person with the six-pack or the person, that has a little bit of stomach. It's okay. We all have to start from somewhere. As he mentioned, I totally agree to 100%. As long as you start somewhere and start to move forward, the sky's the limit. So again, please have a good evening. And if you need me, Mr. Davis, I'll put my contact information out there, and I'll be glad to support you on your fitness journey. Thank you very much, and thank you for having me.
It's already on the screen. So if you want to follow this young man on Instagram, his handle is right there. And for anyone that can type in the chat something that you took away from J-Fit, you would be able to get a bottle of sweat gel on behalf of Limitless Possibilities. So blow the chat up, something that you learned from J-Fit. If you comment, you would be able to get a free bottle mailed to you on behalf of Limitless Possibilities. Thank you so much, J-Fit.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good evening.
I need to see a chat. Who turns away free stuff? Put in the chat something that you learned so you could get your bottle of sweat gel. I'm telling you, I use it. These love curls, these love handles are going away. Hey. All right, y'all. Let's move along and bring on the ladies. The ladies are about to take the show to a higher level. But before I bring on this first young lady, I want to say this. We're about to talk about spiritual. Now, I don't want nobody going and exiting out the Zoom, exiting out the meeting, because we're about to have a deeper conversation, because that's not what we're going to talk about. Neither am Thomas Davis, I, the host, trying to tell you what your spirituality should be. We're just going to talk about how is it important to have connections with someone that could bring you up in those times. So without further ado, I want to bring on none other than Mrs. Valerie Dawkins.
Limitless, brothers and sisters in Arsenal, the power be.
Hey, Miss Dawkins, how are you?
Hey, Thomas, what's going on?
How are you? It is so great to see you.
It's great to see you too. I know.
Yes. Listen, Cassandra Johnson, you are the winner of the sweat gel. I will get your information, and I will make sure that you have it. Thank you. Yay.
Cool.
All right. So, Miss Dawkins, can you tell our listening audience who you are, what you do, and all that great stuff?
I would be happy to. Thank you for having me on your show, first of all. So I am a Washington, D.C. native, born and raised. I am a mental health therapist. I am licensed in the state of Maryland. I've been practicing for a lot of years in various domains, but I am working now as an independent contractor with Safe Harbor Christian Counseling. Though I also have my own practice, which is expanding. So I'm loving that. Yes. I also am a gospel singer and event vocalist. So I sing for private events, churches, corporate functions, love all of that. And I am a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority. Oh, sorority. Got to put that out there. I'm married to my wonderful husband, Derek. He is actually the interim pastor at Resurrection Baptist Church in Washington, D.C. So we are serving in our community that way. And I have 2 adult stepchildren. They're in Pittsburgh and L.A. They're doing their own thing right now. So
okay,
that's about it.
So, Ms. Dawkins, I know that you like to be prepared. So I'm going to throw a quick one in on you right quick. Are you ready?
Sure. Sure.
Can you just sing a quick line so our listening audience can hear you?
Sing a quick line. Let's see.
Quick line.
Oh, child, things are gonna get easier.
Hey.
Oh, child, things will get brighter.
Woo! So to
I'll
my
give you that.
listener, I love that. To my listening audience, as you see, that is why I did that. Because we can be spiritually connected and we can still love the Lord, but we can also sing, ooh, child,
Absolutely.
things are gonna get. We could do that.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, Valerie, thank you so much
Yes.
for doing that impromptu
So
question.
yeah, so I guess I could have done some Jill Scott because that's a favorite, singing "It's Love" and everything. But we'll keep that for another time.
We're gonna take a long walk later.
See, okay,
All right, let's let's
okay,
let's let's go into this. So as we talk about summer bodies, one
yeah,
of the things that I wanted to just say is that it is extremely important during these times of Ben said vocals, during this time of uncertainties going back into into the communities. DC government is opening back up tomorrow, so all my DC
wow,
government workers are returning back into the building tomorrow. But
mm-hmm,
even in that, we also have experienced a lot of loss. We have experienced a lot of
yeah,
disconnect,
yeah,
discord,
so
and
much,
just
mm-hmm.
we don't even know sometimes where we are, who we are, where we going, and what to
Yeah,
do. So, what does summer bodies from a spiritual perspective look like for you?
mm-hmm. Yeah. So first of all, I think about like what is summer, like the season. So we've already been through, the dark and dead places of fall and winter. Spring, is the budding of life coming back, and
Mm-hmm.
then summer is like it's reached its full potential.
Right,
So it's a time of thriving. It's a time of peak human activity. Everybody wants to get out, especially having been cooped up for so long, as we have.
right,
And really, some of our fondest memories, particularly during childhood, are
right,
typically created during summer.
right,
It's kind of where the magic happens. You started off singing the Will Smith song. It's like it's that time where you get in your groove and you just kind of let down and enjoy. And then bodies, so bodies is the space that you occupy,
mm,
on this earth realm. It's that contains the essence of who you are. And so for me, summer bodies is what it means to shape and contain the experience of this season in order to thrive. So everyone is always talking about getting summertime fine. That's like the buzzword around this time of year.
right, right.
Um, and in this context, to me, that means being fit enough to navigate and maximize this summer season in an optimal way. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah,
being fit with your mind, being fit with those
absolutely.
connections, that is definitely awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yeah. Hmm.
So this is so good. But why is being spiritually connected important? And
Yeah.
when we talk about spiritual to our listening audience, we all are connected to something,
Right.
someone, or
Absolutely.
something. Now, whether the spirit is good or bad, that's up for you to make that determination.
Yeah.
But we are all connected to something. But why is it important to be spiritually connected?
Yeah, great question. And I think it is very important that we're connected spiritually. As human beings, so we are three-part beings. We are spirit, we have a soul, and we live in a body. And spirituality is the aspect of humanity that refers to the way individuals seek and express meaning and
Hmm.
purpose, the way they experience connectedness, whether
Right,
it's being connected to the moment, connected to oneself,
right,
connected to others, to nature, or to the divine. And it's about seeking meaningful connection with something bigger than yourself,
right.
and living out meaning in a larger context. And why is this important? So we're wired for connection. I think the connection is probably the deepest need of human beings. And we're connected to our source, primarily, and
Hmm.
then to our community. So we
Hmm.
relate vertically and we relate horizontally. And it's very important that they're flowing both ways, in a healthy way, you know. And so, despite the fact that technology has expanded our reach, in 2021,
Hmm.
um, we live in an age where it is very easy to feel disconnected. You know, we have more access than ever, but still we can feel very disconnected.
Right.
And but still we have an innate need to know and be known by another. You know, that's what intimacy is, really being seen. And so I'm sure, you know, I might be dating myself, but most people are familiar with the saying that no man is an island. That's an old saying. But it's very true. You know, we're
Right.
not we're
Right.
not made to live in isolation. And so
Right. Right.
our experiences have a lot more meaning when they're more enriched when we can share the
Right.
highs and
Right.
lows of life together.
Right.
Yeah.
You just said something, and I was, you know, so for those who don't know, Valerie, I'm about to put it out there.
Okay.
I've been in the DMV area since 2005. This young lady here was my supervisor many years ago. And I observed Valerie do great work. I observed her walking her truth, even when we were dealing with different individuals from all walks of life. She remained true to herself, but she also remained humble, respectful, and present for others. And the
Wow,
thing
thank
that
you.
you just said, you said vertical
Mm-hmm.
and you said
And
horizontal.
right.
But
Absolutely.
what happened when we go up and when we go across? It does what? It
Yeah,
connects.
it connects. Yeah, intersect. Mm-hmm.
So that
Yeah.
goes back to that spiritual connection, y'all. We
Yeah.
have to be spiritually connected. You can't do one or the other. And if we're doing one
Yeah.
or the other, it's going to eventually show. So
Absolutely.
listen, I love that vertical and horizontal, and I'm going to
Yeah.
text my producer in the back and say we got to talk about that a little bit more in some
Yeah.
upcoming posts. But you know, just talk about that a little bit. Why is it important for us to have those two different perspectives?
So yeah, because like I said, you know, we're connected to our source, you know,
Mm-hmm.
primarily, and
Right.
everything kind of flows out of that. It
Mm-hmm.
impacts how we see ourselves, first of all. And so how we show up, you know, in our relationships kind of comes from our identity. Like if we see ourselves as made in the image of our creator, then, you know, what we reflect out is going to impact those connections. And
Wow.
so yeah, so the vertical typically, you know, any challenges that you might see horizontally, you can kind of trace back to the vertical connection. If there's a
Right.
disconnect there, it's like you said, it's going to show up.
Right. Mm.
Yeah.
And if I could get up off this show, if I were on screen, I would have went and put on another hat. And another hat that I would have worn tonight in this segment would have been
Mhm.
purpose.
Yeah.
What is your purpose?
Yep.
What is our purpose in life? What are we connected to? Maybe some of these connections that we are connected to, we need to break those connections.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am
He
getting off
he
topic.
going off. He going off.
All right, so let me ask
But
you
you're
this.
right.
Right. Let me ask you this question, Valerie. How can you be spiritual even if you don't have that spiritual base background?
Sure. So, you know, as you said, we've been talking about connection. Spirituality is really about, you know, connection beyond yourself. You know, so
Right.
even if you're not in faith-based spaces, there are connections being made everywhere. You know,
Right.
we're made up of energy. Energy is everywhere. So you definitely want to be mindful of your energy. You know,
Right.
how you show up, you know, what you are a container for, you know.
Right.
So
Right.
for instance, if you're carrying bitterness and resentment, that's going to show up, you know, in a way that's going to impact your ability to connect in healthy
Mm-hmm.
ways. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so you know what you hold space for, what you give out in terms
Mm-hmm.
of, you know, whether it's love, you know, kindness, you know, what you give out, what you project subconsciously. You know, there are things that may show up
Mm-hmm.
that again impact our relationship. So being mindful of that, seeking out a nurturing community. You know, I firmly believe that we heal in community. You know,
Mm.
going back to no man is an island, certainly we can be broken in community, but we
Right.
also can find nurturing communities to kind of be restorative, you know, for us.
Right.
And so, and then honoring those connections, showing gratitude
Right.
for what you receive, you know, for, you know, ways that people or experiences pour into you, and giving back from that place,
Right.
you know,
Right.
and being intentional, you know, again, about finding and living out your purpose. As I say, making that proverbial dash count, you know,
Mm,
between your entrance and your exit. You know, those are all ways um, to have a spiritual focus, living a
gotcha.
life of significance. Yeah.
Thank you so much for answering these great, tough questions. But look, one of the things that I definitely wanted to do in this particular segment is just that talk about the importance of examples that we can do to remain grounded. And you know, spirituality is just not the church, y'all. That's just a dwelling. You
Hmm.
have to understand when I'm feeling low, when I'm feeling down, what are some things that I could do to move forward?
Yeah.
What are some things that I need to connect with? What are some things that I need to focus on to be connected? So when I get those low points, I know that there is something that I can do intrinsically to get through that. So can you just share
Absolutely.
with us some
Yeah.
examples that our viewers can do to remain connected? And thank you so much again
Yeah.
for being on the show.
Absolutely. So, yeah, and I don't know if this is a buzzword for our times now, but I think about self-care. Self-care is soul care,
Right.
and there's just things that nourish your spirit. So it could be meditating, you know, practicing mindfulness, being present in the moment. That's definitely a challenge with all the distractions that pull us, you know, from day to day.
Mm-hmm.
Journaling, you know, having a gratitude journal, helping you kind of really reflect and get in touch with what matters, what you're grateful
Right.
for. Enjoying nature, you know, communing that way, getting in touch, you know, just environmentally.
Right.
Reciting affirmations, reading material that supports your spiritual beliefs. Forgiveness, you know, that could be a whole nother topic. That's one of my favorite topics, quite honestly. Um, but then, you know, moving beyond that to going outward, so
Right.
serving, volunteering, you know, finding a way to express your gifts and talents. All those ways can things that we can do to be spiritually in tune and connected.
Whew, you said a lot right there. And I'm gonna just be quiet. But how have you worked on your summer body, Valerie, from a spiritual lens?
Yes. Well,
Right.
so, well, first of all, like I said, I mean, we are three-part beings. So
Right.
spirit to me, really, it does encompass all of that because they're interconnected, spirit,
Right.
soul, and body. So certainly Bible, like I, you know, as a Christian, I committed to reading through the Bible in a year. So
Hmm.
I'm on track for that. So I'm proud of myself because I've tried before and fell off, but I'm doing good. So,
Hmm.
but you know, prayer, obviously communing with God, just talking to God, you know, diet and exercise. So I've gone plant-based this
Mm.
year, and
I
I've
ain't got there yet.
lost almost 40 pounds since March 1st. So I'm doing all right. Yeah, because the pandemic was a little rough on you, sister. A little rough.
On all of us.
um, and exercise, yes. I got a rowing machine. I'm part of a rowing club, so I'm enjoying that. And personal development. So I like
Hmm.
reading podcasts, just like really elevating my mind, challenging my limiting beliefs. Of course, as a therapist,
Right.
you know, that's important. And plan leisure time. So I'm working on that. My husband would, if he was on, he'd be like, "No, we don't get out enough," you know. So working on that. We do have a trip to Mexico planned in September.
All right.
And yeah, and then just really trying to spend time with family, you know, creating those moments, again, those connections,
Right. Right.
nurturing that. So
Woo.
yeah.
Okay. But guess what? A spiritual relationship is when it is coupled with harmony, understanding, and peace. Harmony. We got to
Mm,
be on one accord. Understanding. Although you may not like it, you have to understand and accept it. And being at peace. How
mm.
many of us on tonight or that will be watching this restream can say that we are on one accord? We are in sync with each other. We are understanding. And lastly, are we at peace? That is hard for us to do. I mean, sometimes even for myself, as I'm on this platform,
That's true.
there have been moments in time, if I'm transparent, that I struggled we're finding peace.
Yeah.
Why did that happen? You are here doing everything that you're trying to do, build up certain things. You be transparent and you say, hey, this is where I am. This is what I have going on. And then someone comes back and they take advantage of us and we can't find that peace. But it is important to have that spiritual connection. I'm going somewhere. It is important to have that connection to it when those mountains and when those barriers come forth, we have something that we can rely on to that can get us through those tough moments. So to my listening audience that is listening tonight, we must always have something or someone that we can always be connected to so we can have that harmony, so we can have that understanding, and most of all, we can be at peace, because we should all be able to sleep at night and we don't have to toss and turn and worry ourselves to death. Valerie, I kind of want to give you some opportunity to share whatever it is that you would love to share with us before we go to our next segment. But I just want to say to you, the floor is yours, because I really want our listening audience to understand the importance of being physical, the importance of being spiritually connected. Based off of what you've heard so far from the physical aspect, and now we're talking about the spiritual side, what would you say? And I love this comment that John Rawlins III, that's my homie, he was on the show last week, but he just said something. Divine connection is paramount.
Yeah.
Divine connection, y'all, is important to have in all of our lives. But I just kind of wanted to just give you some space to just share whatever it is that is on your mind, that is on your heart, just so you can just keep the people encouraged.
Okay. So one thing that I just kind of to piggyback off of what you were beginning to talk about when you said peace, I believe that spirituality gives us a way to conceptualize and ascribe meaning to our experiences, because wow, life happens. We can have the best laid plans, but things happen, and trying, like you said, why does this happen? Why does this happen to me? And so having a construct that provides hope, both for our personal and our collective experiences. I think we would all agree that in this last 18 months, of living through a worldwide pandemic that nobody saw coming, it just kind of upended our lives in a lot of different ways. How do you make sense of that? The fear of the unknown is inbred in us. And so we have to have an anchor, like, an anchor for the soul, some way to keep us grounded when life is doing this and we don't know what's coming next. And then, of course, with all the racial traumas that we have experienced, just one after the other, like, it's a lot. It's a lot to navigate, right?
It is. All right. Okay. Look. We're gonna do another discussion on it. We gotta keep it moving, because where you said racial and you said trauma, I said, well, we gotta segue into this emotional piece. Valerie, thank you so much.
Okay,
thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Without further ado, we're gonna bring on Miss Aisha Smith. To my listening audience, she is a great team member of Limitless Possibilities. She is a great therapist. She loves what she do. And I'm going to bring her on right quick. Come on, Miss Aisha. Come on.
Limitless. Brothers and sisters in Arsenal, the power be.
Limitless. Hey, Limitless. What's up, Miss Smith? Talk to me.
Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm great. Like I literally have a page of notes over here.
Me too. Look. You've been on before. I want you to give a brief introduction because I want to give you the space to answer some questions.
Sure. So I'm Aisha Smith. I'm a licensed graduate professional counselor in the city of DC. Under Limitless Possibilities.
Hey.
Love working with Mr. Davis and this energy all day, every day, people. All day, every day, all day, all night, all evening when we seeing clients, all that. So good support. Love what we do in the city, and I'm excited to talk about summer bodies from an emotional standpoint.
All right, well, let's go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Body yada yada is question number one. As we discuss summer bodies, what does it mean from an emotional perspective to have a summer body? From an emotional perspective.
Yeah, so when we think about summer bodies emotionally, like our emotions kind of trigger our behaviors, right? And so for a lot of people emotionally, one of the biggest things that I see right now, like on social media trending, is that like we outside. Everybody's excited to be outside because of, like a lot of the from the other two segments mentioned, during this whole pandemic, we had a lot of challenges, and a lot of people suffer with a lot of depression, and even now being outside creates some anxiety. So emotionally preparing ourselves to just be intentional. Let's be intentional about what we're going out to do. A lot of celebrities are just posting in all these places and doing all these extravagant things, but being realistic with ourselves and emotionally being one with ourselves. So allowing ourselves that one day a week or twice a week to go out and socialize safely. That 1 or 2 days a week to allow your child to have a play date. Just moving back into a norm in this day and age emotionally. Being in tune with our summer bodies. Yeah. So just to kick it off.
Oh, okay. All right. I already know that you read it, so I ain't worried about that. So the next question that's about to pop up on the screen is listening to the physical and the emotional perspective. How can we tie those two in with the emotional? Because we got to be physically ready. Yes. So from an emotional standpoint, we got to be physically present, right? Yep. We got to also have a connection with the therapist. Yeah. So if you could connect those two, just go ahead and talk to us. Go ahead.
So I want to start with physical because it is not easy to get started when you are dedicated to making a physical change. It has to be an emotional dedication that takes place first to be dedicated to it, because you don't want to waste your time and money and energy or the person that's dedicated to supporting you in it. So from that perspective, but you want to have, if possible, an accountability partner. If you say that I want to lose 30 pounds for the summer, just for the summer months, I need somebody to hold me accountable because I can't do it by myself. It's causing me a little bit of stress to even admit that I'm at this point. As a new mom, my son is only 9 months, and I can admit that I'm still in the big t-shirt and leggings phase after work. I want to relax and chill. We don't want to acknowledge what size jeans we wear right now. But emotionally understanding my partner supports me and going for a walk 3 times a week. Just taking our son for a walk to the park, doing that outside together, even though it's burning up outside. But also spiritually, being one with yourself, that peace point is so important that Ms. Valerie mentioned. What will bring you peace emotionally? Are you chasing behind what everyone else is doing, what everyone else is presenting? Or are you being realistic and peaceful with yourself and where you are and acknowledging your goals, where you want to get to? How can you accomplish that? Is it going to go beyond the summer months? You might not achieve that summer body in these 3 months. We might have to be realistic and work on it, sow those seeds through the winter. And let's try it again next summer. And we're going to keep achieving it. So those are 2 important pieces with physical and spiritual.
All right. As y'all see, this is why I hired her, y'all. She is great. What are some things that you would say and share to our listening audience about being emotionally present, emotionally in tune?
Okay, so one of the big things that I thought about with being emotionally present and emotionally in tune is finances. For whatever reason, that's what kept getting sold into my spirit, being connected spiritually. But a lot of us like to go out, lavish vacations, hair, new wardrobes, all those things. And then we satisfy that. And then emotionally, we're not comfortable. We're not even happy anymore. So again, just being in tune, knowing where you need to be peacefully, but it's really important to be emotionally present because also we don't know who we're affecting. Each and every one of us are important to someone else, whether you realize it or not. and not being emotionally present or available, you're actually affecting someone else that may need you more than you realize. So, just being selfless and understanding that as well, I think is also really important. We see a lot of, in winter months, we see a lot of cases of depression and things like that. Even in the summer months, because of the comparisons and not having that summer body and not being comfortable in yourself, we see a lot of those depression symptoms come up. So being emotionally present and available, keep a note between the 15th and the 30th. I realize sometimes I get a little bit sad, and keep a track of that. And so you can get ahead of it, and not dwelling in it, but being comfortable and emotional with yourself is the biggest factor.
Wow. But guess what, though? Mental and emotional health includes our emotions, psychological, and our social well-being. Poor maintenance can affect how we think, feel, act, and respond. And it's also, like you said, important for us to have those connections that we can hold each other accountable so we can always be present. And Ms. Smith, I wanted to say to you so from the bottom of my heart and to my listening audience, no, I did not make her come on the show. You will see more of her and our other staff. I just want to say thank you so much for pouring into us. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for inviting me again.
Don't go nowhere. I'm going to bring you all back as we close out. Now comes the Thomas Bar. Hey. Yo, I love this part, Jasmine. I love this part of the show. I love all of this. I love the new flow of the show. If y'all love the new flow of the show, let me know how y'all feeling it. But check this out. Mic check. Let me tap on the mic. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yo. I hope that you truly have enjoyed this show. In July, as helping professionals, we acknowledge Self-Care Awareness Month all month and all year long. During this part of Move Mountains and Break Barriers, I want to leave you with a couple of takeaways. Episode 1, I touched on elevating, meeting physiological and psychological needs, known as Maslow. But I wanted to also talk about making some necessary adjustments to keep reaching those limitless possibilities. Today, I simply want to say this. There is a difference between weight, W-A-I-T, and weight, W-E-I-G-H-T. There is a difference, y'all. The image weight's about to pop up. That's where we stay. Whereas there is a delay of action until a particular time or until something happens. How many of us are waiting on something? The word weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, is defined as a body relative mass or the quantity of matter contained by it, giving it rise to a downward force, the heaviness of a person or a thing. How many of us have some weight on us tonight? I know I do. A couple of questions I want to ask you all. Why am I stagnated, y'all? Why are we stuck? Why am I still here waiting? Why am I carrying baggage over things that are beyond my control? And why am I allowing this pounds, relationships, y'all, employment, poor connections, myself? Why am I allowing all of this to hold me down still? But to avoid copyright infringement and this show being canceled, y'all know the song by Erykah Badu, Bag Lady, Bag Man. You're going to hurt your back carrying blank, blank. Let that stuff go, y'all. Let it go. Is there a difference? Is one more impactful than the other? Is having both healthy? That's something that I want you all to think about tonight. But let me say this. If the weight, W-A-I-T, or the weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, is not bringing you a profit or success, then we should consider modifying our wait time and removing some unnecessary pounds. As I end, y'all, I want to say this. Let's identify some healthy WAIT. Let's wait for the right opportunity for a job. Let's wait for the opportunity to come for that right relationship. Let's wait for the opportunity for us to move to that next level. Let's get rid of some of that unnecessary weight. Let's get rid of some of those poor toxic relationships, poor communication skills, fat, calories, you name it, let's let it go. As I end, I want to say to you this. As we continue to move mountains and break those barriers, the weight has to go. I want to thank you all. I'm on schedule. It's 8 o'clock. Jasmine's in the back moving and grooving. I want to bring back my panelists, and I want to thank you all so much for being on the show tonight. Thank y'all.
Yes, thanks for having me. It's been awesome.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. And for those that would like to complete the survey, Jasmine is going to drop it in the chat. And I just want to end by saying thank you again to my listening audience. Thank you for braving these 55 minutes with us. Thank you so much for being present. And if you are watching the replay, you can be more than welcome to leave some comments in the chat. Shout out to our sponsors. Our sponsors are Project Smith Designs, Foley Digital, and Limitless Endeavors, as well as Limitless Possibilities. If you are interested in sponsoring this show, we invite you to send your inquiry and your email to contact us at limitlesspossibilitiesforyou.com. Without further ado, I'm going to give you back your night. Watch the playoffs games. Stay safe, self-care, and work on those summer bodies 365 days of the year. I love you. Stay safe. Until next time, which will be July 25th, we are going to bring on some dynamic guests. Shaditra Robinson is going to be back with us, and a brother is going to be on, and I ain't going to tell you who it is yet. It's going to be a surprise because this brother is dynamic. So I ain't going to tell y'all everything because then y'all won't tune in. But check us out on July 25th as we continue to move mountains and break those barriers. I love you.
All the power that lies within thee. Black kings and queens who we will and shall be. Know that we bleed and breathe royalty. Love with the loyalty. Glow got me loving myself. Black skin my cover is hugging myself. Live for the mental and spiritual. But remember we limitless. DNA royal, not menaces. Know that we limitless. Brothers and sisters in Oslo, the power be limitless. DNA royal, not menaces. Know that we limitless. Brothers and sisters in Oslo, the power be